Hello and welcome to Opinions Plus. One of the primary topics of this clip is to thank you. Thank all the viewers on my one recent clip that has received quite a few views, and it's very much appreciated. Plus comments, and I'm going to address some of those comments, and I saw some, but alas, I don't get to do the things like most of these people in the YouTube family do. Plus, I happen to just get hit with COVID, and I'm just recovering from it. So I don't know if my voice will handle this clip or not. But I wanted to take the opportunity to thank all those who have viewed and those who are subscribed, and see the value in these clips. Just the value of sharing ideas, and just understanding the importance of foundational concepts, the underlying issues. I know I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist or any of those things. It's not the point. The point is to get people to start to think about these things about themselves so we can all elevate ourselves and at least point ourselves in the direction of the good. It's so important. You see it all the time here. There's so much lies, so much deceit, so much vitriol, so much hate. You know it. I know it. We see it. Does it have to be addressed? Yes. Do you have to say it? Yes. Why? Because people want to forget about it. They don't want to know about it. They don't want to understand their internal biases. They don't want to even see that they have them. It's inconvenient. It's upsetting. And this clip today, as I did my thank yous, and they're forever there, it's an extension of that bias. I just heard a little bit of overview of some financial issues that, if you would think about it, finance doesn't have to be political. It's basic addition and subtraction. You make a profit, you make a loss, you do this, you do that, to the advantage of ourselves. In finances, it's not an emotional issue, is it? Well, apparently it is. I mean, this is as far as we're getting in this world. It's one thing to have Jimmy Kimmel, and thanks for the correction on many of these things. I'm not very good with names. I don't pay much attention to it, really. But on that Jimmy Kimmel thing, it just showed how internal biases come out. But I thought, at least on a financial level, things would be a little more protected from ourselves. But apparently that's not true. And again, hard to believe. It's extremely hard for me to believe that I have to use an example which is just everywhere in this world, but people don't want to see it, so it has to be addressed. Has to be addressed. Many people are influenced by this stuff. Have to. This Truth Social that Mr. Trump developed, this social thing that he uses all the time, is going public. And apparently it's going to be, a killing for him. The estimates are $3 billion of profit for him or value, depending on the level of shares and the share price and all that. But the thing about it is, excuse me, but the thing about it is that this social media thing, if that's what it's called, only has 9 million viewers or subscribers or whatever the terminology is. That's, 9 million. Give or take, depending on who's doing the interviews or doing the research, whatever. But anyway, Facebook is 3 billion. 9 million versus 3 billion. And, these other ones are just as successful, or maybe not as successful as Facebook, but they're getting up there. And but 9 million viewers is kind of sad. And, it's going out to the public. It made income, apparently, in 2023, $3 million. $3 million. And its costs in the same time frame were $50 million. So he has a major net loss of $47 million, give or take. Numbers change all the time depending on the share values and all that other stuff, and who he hires, what his payrolls, and all that stuff. But it's just a give and take. Bottom line is, though, losing money hand over fist. Why is it worth now billions of dollars? It's a failing enterprise. Why? Because of the emotional factor. Nothing else. There were, I saw some of these, texts that are going around, let's get a part of history. Let's be a part, that's all emotion. It has nothing to do with the fiscal reality that is there. You want to invest in something that's going to make you some return, right? Apparently not. The stock prices are being driven up, not based on anything other than, and this has happened before in other stocks. Don't get me wrong, it's not a unique thing to this Trump Social thing, or whatever, Truth Social, as strange a name that is. But it's happened in other, there's an emotional side to stock trading. But in this political arena, it just enhances the whole concept of what I said in that last clip that received some decent viewership. It's difficult to understand. No, to me, it's impossible to understand. It has nothing to do with difficult. I can't find a way to understand it. I can say emotional, but these people are investing thousands of dollars. And when it goes public, Trump will own, 60% of the thing, and, he has some holding time and some patterns and this and that. Who cares about all that? But it's the bottom line issue. Now we have to understand that this is a part of us. This is an example of what we do, how we act. And it's not just 10 people. It's not just one powerhouse investor out there doing this. It's hundreds and thousands of people. And some may invest their whole savings in this. Who knows? But it's something to be aware of within ourselves. We have to strive to understand why we do the things we do. Not just accept it as some part of the, media blitz, the entertainment tonight, the whole thing. We have to understand it. Think about why we do things. And it goes back to critical thinking, always, always, always. But more importantly, it goes back to quality, going to the good. What is the good? The good is defined by the quality in which we create whatever it is, whether it's a social media thing, or it's a YouTube channel, or candy store or wood burning operation, whatever it is. We do it because we have a sense that we're going to be honoring ourselves, respecting our family, respecting those who give us the responsibility to handle monies, to handle opportunities, to do what is right. Are we always going to be successful? Of course not. We're not. It's not going to happen. Why? Because we're frail. We fail things all the time. I am not a business person. I have the intelligence. I don't have the business acumen to do the things that need to be done. I just don't seem to have that understanding. But I do have the intelligence to understand what is a good business opportunity, what isn't. And I am, as many are, prone to emotional choices. I don't want that to happen. I've made emotional choices that have hurt my family. And it's not good. Plain and simple. A critical thinking, a more rational approach would have been much better, but I didn't do that. Why? It's the emotion that took over. Why? I don't know. Can you know? Do you know about yourself that well? Have you done things in that past that are, So I call it a bias. I call it a way that we, inherit, and some of these biases only affect our own action, our own history, our own efforts. But other of these biases expand out, affect so many others. The hatred for blacks and all this other stuff that goes on. Why? There's no reason for it. There never has been. It's just people do it. We can analyze it, and we should think about it. We should analyze it. We should look at it. Why do people hate other people? No damn good reason for it. We're all humans. You know it, I know it, they know it, everybody knows it. We just don't act on it. Anyway, I wanted to bring up that one little bit while my voice held, that even in the emotional side of things, of throwing Biden in jail for doing the same crimes as Trump, but letting Trump go free just because he's Trump, holds even in a financial, black and white, good investment, bad investment. We'll talk ourselves into anything we want to talk ourselves into. We will. Be careful. Stay safe. Get vaxxed. Help me. I could have had a much more terrible time with this COVID because I was vaxxed. I think it kept it in moderate. I have cancer. I've got a variety of immune system problems. And without the vax, I would have probably been in serious trouble. I don't know how the hell I got it. I don't socialize that much. But I got it. Bottom line, who cares how you get it, so you got it. So anyway, be safe, be aware, get vaccinated, get your boosters if you need it. Don't be afraid of it. And there'll be another clip on vaccinations as well, because it's not just a COVID thing. And yes, Big Pharma makes money on us. No surprise there. It has, always will. That's what capitalism's all about. Is it right? Is it reasonable? Is it good? Is it bad? A lot of discussion. But that's where your critical thinking, that's where your thinking comes in. Work it. Work through the problem. Understand the problem. But don't just immediately, explode into emotion. Emotion's important. It's vital. Don't get me wrong. Thanks for listening. If you like what you hear, subscribe if you haven't already. And I do thank you again for those who have subscribed. And, those who have commented, please comment. Put it out there for anybody to read, all people to read. They need to read it. They need to see. They need to think. They need to understand others' thoughts. And you hit the like button for whatever it does. One day I'll know. Have a good day. Thanks again. And hooray, I got it through. It was my 4th time. And I got it through with only a couple of coughs. Have a good day. Bye for now.